Hi, Rania.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good, thank you so much. How about you?
All good, alhamdulillah.
Yeah. Today I had you know, um, unwanted guest. You know the meaning of unwanted guest?
Unwanted guest?
Yeah, unwanted guests. I had some unwanted guests today.
Yes, ضيف تقيل.
What do you mean? What did you say? Repeat again, please.
Someone you don't need to sit with him.
Yeah, someone that you don't
You don't like
enjoy.
it?
You don't enjoy the company. Actually, it's not that you don't like it, but the problem is sometimes, even if you like those people, you feel
Yes,
uncomfortable when you have them in your house. Sometimes you are
yes,
not in the mood of accepting guests in your
yes,
house.
yes. I know. I
Yeah.
know.
When was the last time that this happened to you? That you had some unwanted guests?
Ah, this has happened to me many times.
It happened
Many times.
many times. Yeah, tell me about one of
Sometimes,
them. Hmm.
sometimes
Mm-hmm. One day.
family member
Mm-hmm.
said that I will come to join or to drink some tea and to sit together, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm back very late from work, or I have work until tonight, and I want to finish many things, and I don't have any time to sit with anyone, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Sometimes I said I have work, but I will sit for 1 hour, but you can stay with my mom. Yani, I'm fine to anyone sit with my mom, okay?
Yes.
That's all. But when the guest came, they want some tea, water,
Mm-hmm.
and many things. And sometimes we have family comes very early and stay with us all the day because they are not in the same country. Okay, not
Yeah.
even country. Mm, yes, same not country, and not same region.
Yeah,
Okay,
they live in a
from
different
the different,
country. Yes.
yes, different region. Okay,
Mm.
they can stay with me 2 days or 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
That's and sometimes they took my room.
Mm.
I don't know why. We have many beds and rooms in my flat, but they like my room. And my mom said, please give them this room. And I, I, I left my bed and sleep with my mom in the same bed.
I understand.
So it's make me very nervous. 2 days or 3 days, I will not sleep in my bed, on my bed. Also, I will not join any call or do any work. Also, I will do some coffee, tea, breakfast. Even we have someone to help me in the house. But
Yeah.
even that,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
also, I should staying with them and told them what happened last year, what happened next week, what will happen next week, what we will do yesterday. This is very. I'm not love this. This
Yeah,
is
it's
make
very
me
stressful for
nervous.
you. Yes. It's very stressful.
Yes,
It's very stressful.
yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes. Because everything in my room. Do you know that
Yeah.
you will leave my room? I left my room with everything, with my clothes.
Yes.
يعني even my scarf,
Mm-hmm.
everything, even my charger, I will back to it. Sometimes you need to take a rest. Then, look. It's very, يعني, it make me that I need to kill me if they will come on weekend.
Yeah.
The weekend that I wake up late. They بقى ايه? They said we need to wake up early. Why? Why wake up early on weekend?
Yeah.
To بقى take a breakfast, then to move. And sometimes they want me to get out with them.
Yes.
To do any بقى like to go. Sometimes they said, Rania, can you go with us to pyramids? I said, I'm not went to the pyramid anymore in my life. Do you know that?
What do you mean?
This
Like
is
say.
the first time
Uh-huh.
أنا عمري ما رحت الهرم.
Yeah, I've never been to the pyramids.
I have
I've
never been
never.
to the pyramids. Except these times. Why? Because I am person don't like sand. I
Yeah.
like beach, sea, Nile, but anything related to sand or dust or anything else, I don't like it.
Yeah.
Okay? Then they said, Rania, can you go with us to the pyramids? I said, no, I don't like.
Yeah.
أنا كده كتير عليا كده كتير
Yeah.
والله يا جماعة.
That's too much for me.
والله too much for me.
Yes.
Sometimes they went up very early. يعني when they came, they told me, Rania, come on and take a breakfast with us. What is the time? The time is 10 o'clock. I said, why? 10 o'clock? Yes, Rania, to take a breakfast in Tahrir Square
Yes.
at Labor. Do you know Labor?
Yes, I know. Yeah, of course.
This is the most famous place that we have. This is the most like place that they want when they came to go to went to this and took drink and some breakfast. They like the breakfast. They like Labor breakfast at. Okay, can you give me just a second? Just a second.
Okay, no problem. Yeah.
Okay. I'm back. This is my manager. I forget why I called him today. They said
You
to me,
forget?
that's perfect, Rania. That you now.
What do you mean by you forget?
I
don't know.
called him. I called him today, okay, and they didn't reply to me, okay. And now he called me. And
Yeah.
I forget. Actually, I forget why I called him.
Yeah. So you called
I
him
said,
to ask about something?
Yes, but I forget.
But now you don't remember why you
Now,
did it.
he told me that's perfect, Rania. That you don't remember.
Mm-hmm. But
والله
now,
سامحه.
yeah. Yeah, I don't remember
Okay, بس
why.
لسه يعني.
Yeah,
I don't remember والله.
why I called him. Yeah,
Yes.
I know. That's it happens. It's something
Yes,
usually
yes, yes.
happens. No problem with that.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, no problem.
Okay, so I have a question for you, Rania. Like, since you were
Okay.
talking about having unwanted guests and stuff like this, and we said many things about it. So I remind you to take a look at this file because we
Okay.
always correct your mistakes here. So,
Okay.
talking about this, you said that it's very stressful for you. It's very stressful for me to have some guests, especially when they ask to stay in my room. It makes me nervous when they
Yes,
ask
correct.
to stay in my room because I can't have access to my stuff in my room. I can't have access to my stuff. I can't reach my clothes. I can't reach even my scarves, everything. Yes.
Okay.
And coming in the weekends is a different thing, is a way different. That means that, it's even worse when they come to visit you in the weekends. Yeah. And sometimes they ask to go to the pyramids. They ask you to take them to the pyramids. And I've never been to the pyramids before. That means that you didn't go there before because you said that you are not a sand person. You are more into the beach. Okay? And also talking
Okay.
about all these things, it's too much for you. You said that's too much for me. I can't handle all of that. That means you can't bear it. The meaning of bear it, it means
Yes.
you can't handle it. And also, you mentioned that sometimes they ask you to have breakfast with them in downtown, in Tahrir Square. Yeah, and you don't like to do this. You don't seem like an adventurous person, right?
Yes.
You're not a person who likes to make adventures and stuff like this.
No, 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 no. I like, but sometimes I need to take rest.
Yeah.
يعني not on my day.
Yes.
Yes, I like to go and I like to travel, but sometimes I need to take a rest from everything. Why?
Hmm.
Because my work, natural of my work, that I'm doing many calls all the day.
Yes. Your work
So I need
nature
to,
is
yes,
dealing with people and making calls every day.
yes, correct.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, correct. So I need sometimes to stay with myself. This is my life. I in the day I should stay with myself
Mm-hmm.
maybe 2 or 3 hours minimum.
Yeah.
I don't
That's
need to
why
speak to anyone.
I need
I
to
need,
stay or to have
yes,
some me time.
yes. It's like a rest for me.
Mm-hmm.
I need a rest from everything,
Yes. For not less
even
than.
my family.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Away from everyone.
Yes,
Away from everyone, even my family. Yes.
yes,
Mm-hmm. I understand. I feel you. I feel what you're talking about because I need this myself sometimes. I need to have my some me time away from everyone.
yes.
Yeah, it's very important to have this quality time with yourself. Yes, that's right.
Do you know?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I went to KSA to
Mm-hmm.
Mecca
Mm-hmm.
with myself. It's
Yes.
I like these days.
Mm.
I like to be with myself only, praying many times.
Mm-hmm.
This is the life that I like so much.
Yeah, that's the kind of life you like. Yeah,
Yes, correct.
I know because going to Mecca and doing Umrah and staying there, like is a kind of like some me time that you can spend, some quality time you can spend, and this is very useful spiritually for you.
Yes,
You know, yeah, we all need to have this and to do this, and if we get the chance to do this, uh, like every day, it would be it would be amazing for us, you know. But unfortunately, we can't do this every day. Yeah,
yes,
some people can't even have this or go there for once, you know. Yeah, but it's something that we all do.
yes,
We
correct.
all need to do. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So when was the last time you finished work and you went home and you needed to cook some food or to prepare for lunch or dinner?
We took this session last week.
Yes, but no, no, that's something different. I'm not talking about.
Okay.
I'm not talking about. You know, um, talk going or running some errands or buying groceries or stuff after work. No, I'm talking about
Okay. Cooking?
making the food and cooking. Yes, the cooking
Mm.
process itself. That's what we're gonna be talking about today. So tell me
Yes,
about, for
but
example,
I think
yeah,
uh, I don't like
you,
cook.
you don't like
But
cooking.
sometimes, yes, but sometimes in the
Mm-hmm.
past, when I back from my work, I cook, but some pasta, some chicken with pasta.
Mm-hmm. When you came back home from work,
Yes,
you made some chicken pasta.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
How was it? What did you do? Like, tell me about the recipe.
it's very easy. Okay,
Yeah, it's very
pulling
easy to make.
pasta. Okay, pulling water
Yeah,
first. Pulling
we
water,
boil
boil
water.
water.
Mm-hmm.
أيوة. Then we put pasta inside it
Yeah, then we put pasta in it.
for maybe 3 to 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Then I pick up pasta
Mm-hmm.
and put it in uh, cup.
Yes.
مصفى يعني إيه؟
The,
مصفى.
yeah. You can say filter.
Yes, filter.
Yes. Then, like,
Then
let's take it a step by step. After you leave it for 3 minutes, then
uh,
you take it. After that, you take the pasta out of the water.
mm,
Mm-hmm. And put it
and put it.
in a filter.
Yes.
Yes.
Then I leave it. Okay. And I bring a plane. طاسة يعني إيه؟
A pan.
A pan. A pan.
Yeah.
Then I put chicken. I put some oil. Okay.
Yes.
Some
So
oil.
you can say, and I heat some oil. I heat
Yes, I heat some oil. Then I put small chicken
in a pan.
pieces, small pieces of chicken.
And add small pieces
Of a chicken.
Yes.
Then I leave it for maybe 5 minutes or 10 minutes. Then I put some of onion. Some, okay? Some of onion, some of pepper, green pepper, or sometimes red pepper or blue pepper. Okay?
Yeah.
Then I leave it for maybe 15 minutes is depending on the chicken. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I put some of water.
Yes.
Sometimes not.
Mm-hmm.
Then
Mm-hmm.
then I put uh, I put some pepper and a little of pepper and a
Yeah.
little of
Not paper.
salt.
It's pepper.
Pepper, a
Yes.
little of black pepper,
Yes. A
okay,
little. Yeah.
and salt.
Some black pepper. I
Some
add
black
some
pepper,
black pepper.
some black pepper
Uh-huh.
with some salt
Yes.
in another pan. In a pan, okay?
In a
Another
pan.
one,
Yes, in another pan.
okay?
Mm-hmm.
And put the pasta on it and leave it for 2 minutes, okay?
Yes.
Then I put pasta in a dish, in a plate. Then the other plate for chicken.
Yeah, a plate, not a plat.
A plate.
A
A
plate.
plate.
Yes.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Then I eat it. I
Yeah.
put chicken on pasta and I eat it.
Yes. I
That's all.
add chicken to pasta. Stir. Stir means like, to do this stir.
No.
You don't stir. You just add the
No.
chicken and eat it.
And eat it.
Yeah. It looks nice. Looks
Yes.
delicious. Yeah.
Yes.
One of the best kinds of pasta for me, one of my favorite kind of pastas is a chicken Alfredo.
Mm.
Okay, I have a question for you. Do you like pasta, or which one do you prefer? Pasta with red sauce or with white sauce?
Red sauce.
You like red sauce pasta?
I like pasta in anything, okay?
Yes.
But my favorite is red sauce
I like all kinds of
of
pasta.
pasta. Do you know
Yes.
that I eat pasta even boiling only?
Yeah, I saw this before. I saw many people making
Me too.
pasta just like boiled pasta, and they add spices to it, and that's it. I never tried
Oh,
this before,
me too.
but like,
Because I like pasta يعني instead of bread and rice. My favorite is pasta.
yeah, you prefer
Then
pasta
bread,
than
yes.
Mhm.
Then bread, last thing rice. I don't like rice.
Really? Yeah,
Yes.
like rice comes at first for me. That comes
Me not.
first. Yeah,
Mm.
I like pasta. I like both, but like the favorite thing for me, or rice is is my favorite. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So, Rania, we have a story today for someone
Okay.
who came from home, or who came home from work and decided to cook some food. So we're gonna listen to the story and see what happened to this person and what kind of food he made and how did he make it. Okay.
Okay.
So let's listen to the story and talk about it while listening to it. Okay. So when we
Okay.
listen for the first time to this story, I want you to tell me if you made this kind of food before, the food he made, and how do you usually make it.
Okay.
Okay. So let's do this.
Listen to the story. When I get home, I start on dinner right away. I clean off the kitchen counter after putting away the groceries and decide to make pasta. I preheat the oven to 375 to bake the bread and to keep the chicken hot until my wife gets home. I put some water in a pan and turn the burner on high. When the water starts boiling, I put in the pasta and decide to make a salad. Just then, my wife opens the back door and yells, "I'm home." She comes into the kitchen and helps with chopping the tomatoes to add to the sauce. She stirs the sauce until it's done while I finish tossing the salad. I get out the placemats and napkins to set the table. I also make sure that there is a spoon, knife, fork, and plate for each of us. About 15 minutes later, we sit down at the table in the dining room and talk about our long day. My wife says she'll do the dishes since I cooked, but of course I help out by drying them. First, I put some of the leftovers in a Tupperware container, and some in plastic wrap, and the rest in aluminum foil. Then I dry the pans, plates, glasses, and silverware.
Okay.
The common between me and this man,
Mm-hmm.
pasta.
Yeah. That you
Me
like
and
cooking
him,
pasta both.
yes.
Yes. You,
But the difference that he put tomatoes and I'm not put any tomatoes. But he cook salad also and the chicken.
yeah. You don't add any tomatoes to
Yes.
the pasta.
Yes.
Yeah. And how about salad? Do you like to eat salad, to have salad
Yes. Yes.
beside pasta?
Yes. I like salad. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And how about washing the dishes after making after
I
cooking
don't
the food?
like to wash the dishes.
Really?
I don't like it.
You don't like it at all? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. You
This
know
is the worst something in my life.
that's the worst.
Thing in my life.
Yeah. For me. Yeah. Yeah, I understand. You know that I used to know some women who used to say that we enjoy washing the dishes, you know. Sometimes when I feel nervous or something like this, I like to wash the dishes, you know.
Mm.
They say that they, you know, they breathe their anger in washing the dishes.
Mm.
Yeah. So does it happen to you? For example,
No, I don't
I
like
know
it.
some people. I also watched a series before for a woman who wanted to distract herself from some things, and she decided to clean the house up. You know, so
Do you know when I'm nervous, what I can do?
mm-hmm,
Mm, I bring many snacks and watch TV.
mm-hmm,
Many snacks that you can imagine.
yeah, I watch TV while bringing or while eating as many snacks as I can.
Yes.
Hmm. Yeah, I I can imagine this because it happens to me. You know, sometimes I feel like something is missing, something is wrong with me.
Mm.
So in that case, I say, let's have some coffee. After this, how
Yes.
about having a piece of chocolate? I
Mm.
think I am hungry, so how about having something to eat? You know, it happens to me
Mm.
many times. So
Me
I
too.
feel you in this. Yeah. What kind of snacks do you like?
Um, do you know that sometimes I like Chipsy, sometimes I like not Cheetos, Jaguar.
Jaguar. Uh huh. I don't
Yes.
like this kind of snacks. You
I
know,
like this kind
I
of
like
snacks.
chips. Yes, I like chips. I like chocolate and biscuits. But for this kind of snacks like Jaguar and you know, uh, I used to have a cousin who liked a kind of snacks called karate. Karate.
Yes, I like karate.
Yeah, I don't know if it's still available or not, but I
Yes,
think
it's available, but
yeah,
it's rare.
yeah,
It's
it's
available
rare.
now.
It's rare to
Yes.
find it.
And they change the shape and the package and everything of it.
Yes, it's rare to find it, and they changed it or they completely changed it.
Completely.
Yes, completely changed it. Yeah, that's how you say it. That means that they changed everything.
Yes.
Yeah, I understand. But like you know, at this time, I'm telling you that my cousin used to like karate a lot. You know how much was it?
Now it's maybe I think last time 2 pounds or 3 pounds.
Yeah, but I remember at this time when she used to stay with us at our house, she used to ask me to bring some karate to her, and it was like for 10 piasters. You know piasters?
Mm.
You know.
Yes, I remember.
And I don't remember it was a 10 piaster. Was it 10 piasters or a quarter? I don't remember exactly, but it was in this range.
Mm.
You know. So she used to give me £1, and I buy about 10 bags or something with this £1. Yeah.
Mm.
And she used to eat all of them while watching TV or sitting at her room. Yeah. It was like these are memories, you know. Yeah. Okay, so now let's listen again to this story. But this time we're gonna listen a piece by piece to get all what he said. Okay?
Okay.
Let's do this.
When I get home, I start on dinner right away.
What did he say here?
When I get home, I start a dinner, a bring dinner, or a dinner.
Oh, he said a start, yes, but he didn't say it that way you said it. So listen again.
When I get home, I start on dinner right away.
I started a dinner.
Yeah, you know this word on, when you say I start and it's followed by on, so you said like I start on, I start on, I start on.
I start on.
Yes,
I start on.
I start, no, not I start on. I start, I start on.
I start on.
Yes,
I start on.
yes, exactly. I start
Okay.
on dinner right away. What does it mean when you start on dinner right away?
Yani once I arrive, I start to
Yes,
do something.
I start making the dinner. I
Yes.
get started of making the dinner. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Let's continue.
I clean off the kitchen counter after
I clean off the kitchen corner.
Yes, I clean off the kitchen corner. Yeah. You know, it's like you said that you don't like washing the dishes and you don't like cooking that much. But how about cleaning? Do you like cleaning in general? Like cleaning the house and stuff like this? Do you like it?
No, I don't like to clean anything. But sometimes I should do it.
Yeah.
Sometimes we don't have anyone to help me in the house, so I will do it.
Yes. But here is something else I want you to listen again because you missed a word from what he said.
Okay.
So listen.
Okay.
I clean off the kitchen counter after
What did he say here?
I clean off the kitchen corner.
No, not corner. It's like counter.
Counter. Okay.
Yes. You know the counter? It's like
Yes. Yes, yes.
yeah, it's like the table. Yes, exactly. And then
putting away the groceries,
To put on a grocery.
yes. So
kitchen counter after putting away the groceries,
listen
After
again. Yes, after.
put on
Yeah. Okay.
a grocery.
Let's say that he bought groceries and he brought them in the kitchen when he arrived. You know,
Okay.
to make food, you need to have the groceries in the kitchen, right?
Yes, yes, I know.
Yeah. So if you want to clean the counter to cook, so if there are some things on the counter, what should you do about them? What should you do with these things?
Wash it.
Yeah, let's say, for example, that you have the bags of groceries on the counter and you want to clean the counter. So you first need to, take all these things out from the counter,
Yes, yes, I know.
So you put them away. So after
Okay.
putting away,
Okay.
you know the meaning of to put away.
Yes.
Yeah, so he said here, Yes. So listen.
I clean off the kitchen counter after putting away the groceries.
after putting away
Yes.
the corner, the grocery.
The groceries. Yes. So to put away, that means you move things from this place and put them in another
Yes.
place. That's to
Okay.
put away. So firstly, what does he do first before he cleans the kitchen? What does he do? Before cleaning
Before
the
cleaning,
counter. Yes.
he will putting the grocery away.
Yes, he puts the groceries away
Yes,
first,
I got it.
and then he cleans off the kitchen counter. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Let's continue.
And decide to make pasta.
And decide to make pasta.
Yeah, exactly. As we said before, since he talks about a daily routine, something he does all the time, and he want to talk about his daily routine, so in that case, he uses all the verbs in the present form.
Yes, okay.
You know, he's not telling what happened because he does this every day. So he said, and I decide to make pasta.
Pasta.
I decide to make pasta. Yeah, exactly. Let's continue.
I preheat the oven to 375.
I didn't catch it.
Okay, listen again. No problem.
I preheat the oven to 375.
I preheater at 3025.
Yes, he said I preheat.
I preheat.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know the word preheat? And then he
Yes.
said the oven. So,
Yes.
yeah, to preheat means to make the oven ready.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I preheat the oven to what degree?
360 or 3000.
Yeah, listen to get this degree exactly.
Oven to 375.
375.
Yeah, 375. Yes. And then what happens?
To bake the bread.
To do what?
To break a bread.
Yeah, to break.
To bake a bread.
Yeah, you know this word is bake.
To bake. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
to bake the bread.
Okay.
You know. So, have you ever tried baking before?
No.
You know, sometimes, or there are some places that provide some activities. So when you go there, they can make you feel, or they make you live the country life. Yeah, have you ever
Yes.
tried this before? Go into a farm or something?
Yes, I like to eat fatir.
Yeah. You like to eat fatir, but I'm talking about if you went before to a farm and you lived this life for a day or something.
I don't like.
You don't like the countryside? What exactly you don't like?
I don't like everything. I hate. Yeah, I don't like the green, the tree, because it's very يعني dust مليانة تراب.
Yes. So you don't like greens or trees because of the dust.
Dust.
Yeah.
Actually, I have something. I don't يعني I can't stay 1 minute if my if my hand is not clean.
Yeah.
So I every time I have sanitizer. Before sanitizer, I had white paper. Before بقى white paper, I used a water. يعني
Yeah. So
يعني sometimes in the street, okay, I buy water and clean my hand. انا عندي فوبيا
Yes.
في موضوع ايدي، عارف الناس دي
Yeah, I can't have my hands dirty even for a
خالص.
minute.
لدرجة لو حسيت even 1% that my hand not clean يعني بالنسبة لي مشكلة كبيرة.
1%. If I had, or if I have, in that case, so if I have 1% feeling that my hands are dirty, what do you do?
I'm not feeling well.
Yeah, I would be uncomfortable. I would
Yes.
be uncomfortable.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I understand. You know, I'm that kind of people. I can't handle my hands dirty or can't have my hands dirty. And
Yes.
sometimes, for example, you know, I'm a kind of I'm kind of person that likes to eat, you know, beans on the cart. You know, I like to have beans in the
Yes.
street. I like it so much. I like to go to the you know, the car, the bean car on the street, and I like to have my breakfast there. But the problem is that I can't find a place to clean my hands. So if I eat beans and I didn't clean my hands, I always have some leftovers or remains here on my nails, in my fingers. If I have this feeling, I would be uncomfortable for the whole day. I need to clean, I need to wash my hands. I can't.
Yes.
I can't continue my day like this. So
Yes.
I feel you because I have this feeling too. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So let's continue.
And to keep the chicken hot,
And to keep chicken hot.
Yes. So he said here, I preheat the oven to 375 to bake the bread and also to do what? To
And to keep the chicken hot.
yeah, the chicken hot. Perfect. Okay.
until my wife gets home.
Until my wife gets home.
Yes. Until just a second, Rani. Just a second.
Okay.
Okay. Yes.
Your baby is crying?
Yes. Actually, she slept. She came to my room and she slept here. That's why sometimes she wakes up and then she
Okay.
cries and then she gets back to sleep again. It happens.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually, it never happened that she sleeps here, but for some reason today she came and she just fall asleep. You know, she just
Okay.
fell asleep. Yeah. So he said here, I to keep the chicken hot until my wife gets home. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Let's continue.
I put some water in a pan and
Did you get this?
I put some water in a pan.
Yes.
I put some water in a pan.
Yes, exactly. Why?
turn the burner on high.
And turn it burner on the high.
Yeah. And turn the burner on high. You know the burner is like the stove. You know.
Okay.
So some people call it the stove, or some people have a stove, and some people also say the burner, you know.
Okay.
So he turns the burner on high. That means the high level of heat. Okay.
Okay.
When the water starts boiling,
I didn't catch it.
Okay, no problem. Listen again.
water in a pan and turn the burner on high. When the water starts boiling,
When the water start boiling,
Yes, when the water, he's talking about the water here. So
Yes.
starts boiling. What happens?
boiling,
Mm-hmm.
I put in the pasta and decide to make a salad.
and put the pasta
Yeah, I put
and
in.
start
I put in the
I put
pasta.
the pasta.
Mhm.
And start make a salad.
Yeah, and decide to make
And decide to make a salad.
a salad. Exactly. Perfect. Okay.
Just then, my wife opens the back door and yells,
Just then, my wife opens the door, back and opens the door.
Yeah. So just then my wife opened the door and something. Listen again.
My wife opens the back door and yells,
My wife opened the back doors.
My
Nails.
wife opens the
Opens
back.
the back door.
Yeah. And yells. You know the meaning of yell or yells?
No.
You know, to shout. It's another word of shouting.
Okay.
You know, yells.
Okay.
Yeah. So she yells saying what?
I'm home.
I'm home.
Yes. Are you the kind of people when you come home,
Yes,
you say,
yes, yes.
I'm home like this?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So she yells, I'm home. Yeah.
Yes.
So we can say that every time when you get home, you yells and say,
Yes.
you yell and say, I'm home. Yeah.
Yes, it's
yeah.
me.
Yeah.
She comes into the kitchen
She comes into the kitchen
Yes.
and helps with chopping the tomatoes
and helps to
Yes.
chop it the tomatoes.
Yes. Helps.
Helps
Yes. With
Chop it.
shopping.
shopping the tomatoes.
Yes. The tomatoes.
Shopping is correct.
Yeah. No, not shopping. Not like go shopping. No, it's
Shopping.
shopping. Yeah. Do you know the meaning of chop or chopping something? Imagine that this is the tomato here, and when you
Yes.
chop it, that means you try to cut it into pieces.
Yes. Okay.
So that's to chop.
Okay.
So she helps with chopping, as you can see here, with and ch. So you say it like with chopping,
With chopping.
the
Okay.
tomatoes.
The tomatoes.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly.
to add to the sauce.
To add the sauce.
Yeah, no, to add the tomatoes to the sauce.
To add it to the sauce.
Yes, to add. And here, since she said the tomatoes before, so she doesn't need or he doesn't need to mention the tomatoes or to give it a pronoun again. So
Okay.
just she helps with chopping the tomatoes to add to the sauce.
Okay.
That's it. You know? Yeah. Let's continue.
And helps with chopping the tomatoes to add to the sauce.
Got it?
She helps with chopping the tomatoes to add to the sauce.
To add to
To add to the sauce.
the sauce. Yes, exactly.
She stirs the sauce until it's done.
She stirred the sauce until done.
She stirs.
She stirs. What's meaning by
Yeah,
stirs?
actually, if you have tomato, pepper, and something else, and I want to mix them together, so I do this.
Okay.
This is to stir. Do you understand?
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, like you know, for example, if I have this something here, and I
Yeah.
wanna mix them together, so I can't do this with my hands. I can't do this to mix them, but I use the spoon to do this, to
Okay.
stir them together. You know, to mix them together. But when you talk about solid things, so we can't say mix, but we
Okay.
say we stir because it's not like a liquid. You know, if I add, for example, water, tea, and sugar, so I mix them together because it's liquid.
Okay.
But when you talk about salad, so the tomato is solid, and the pepper is solid, and other greens are solid. So when you mix them, so you don't mix them, you stir them. Understand?
Okay. Understood.
Yes. So she stirs again.
Stirs the sauce until it's done.
She stirs the sauce until done.
Yeah, she stirs the sauce until it's done. Yes.
while I finish tossing the salad.
While I finish
While I finish tossing.
tossing
Tossing.
the salads.
Yeah, tossing the salad.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I get out the placemats
I get out the plate mats.
Yeah, I get out the plates, mats. Do you know the meaning of plates, mats?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. And
napkins to set the table.
And napkin to set the table.
and napkins. Yeah, to set. And it's not to sit, it's to set. That means to prepare the table. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So, do you have plate mats? Do you use them?
No, I don't use it.
Yeah, it looks like a restaurant, you know.
Yes, yes.
People don't usually have them in our houses. Yeah.
I used plastic roll.
I use
Plastic مفرش ده.
plastic.
It's very useful.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, you could say plastic roll. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I know it's very useful, especially when you have guests.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I also make sure that there is a spoon,
I also make sure that we have spoons.
Yeah. There is a spoon.
knife, fork, and plate for each of us.
Spoons, knife, fork
Fork.
for each
Yeah.
of us.
For each of us.
Yes.
Yeah. That means that you need to put them on the table. So if you want to use any of them, you can find. Yes.
Yes.
About 15 minutes later,
About 53 minutes.
Okay, listen again.
About 15 minutes later, we sit down at the table in
About 50
Not 50.
minutes later.
It's 15.
15 minutes later,
Yeah.
we sit on the table.
Yeah, we sit here. It's not set, it's sit. That means
Sit.
we
We
sit.
sit.
We
Yes.
sit at the table, not on the table. We sit at the table because,
Yes.
yeah, you know, when you sit at, that means you sit beside, not literally on. You understand?
Understood.
Yes, you sit at the table.
the dining room.
No.
At
Here
the
we
table,
sit down at the
dining
table
room.
in the dining room
Yes, the table in the
Dining
dining
room.
room. Yes.
and talk about our long day.
And talk about long day.
Yes, and talk about our long day. Yeah. Do you like to talk while eating, like on the table? Do you like doing this?
Sometimes and sometimes, depending on the situations.
Yeah, it depends on the situation or the
Situation.
mood. It depends. Yes.
I preheat the oven to
No.
when the water starts tomatoes to ants, and we sit down at the table since I cooked, do the dishes. My wife says she'll do the dishes.
Okay.
Think about our long day.
From here, yes.
My wife says she'll do the dishes.
My wife
Mm-hmm.
chilled the dishes.
No, actually, it's not chilled. It's she will.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So if you want to say she with will, so you say she'll.
Okay.
Yeah, she'll do the dishes. So my wife says she'll do the dishes. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's how you say it. My wife says she'll do the dishes. Say it again, please.
My wife says she'll do the dishes. She'll do the
Yes.
dishes.
She'll do the dishes. The
She'll
dishes.
do the dishes.
Yes.
Since I cooked.
Since I cooked.
Yeah. Since I cook. You know, it's like as I cooked, so she wants to do something.
Okay.
So you use the word since to express this. So since I cooked, she'll do the dishes.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
But of course, I help out by
But of course, I help out
Yes. I help out. Yeah. By doing what?
drying them.
by do drying.
By drying.
By drying. Okay.
Yes. I help out by drying them.
By drying them. Okay.
Yes. So after she washes the dishes or does the dishes, I dry them. Yeah.
First, I put some of the leftovers in
First, I put some to the left footer.
Okay. First, I put some of the leftovers. Do you know the meaning of leftovers?
No.
Okay. You know when you eat, when you
Yes.
have your meal, for example, in your plate here, you have the dish and you eat.
Okay.
After you
Okay.
eat, maybe you find or you leave some remains from the food.
Yes. Yes. I
So
got it.
this is called the leftovers.
Okay.
That means what remains from your food.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So he said here, first I put some of the leftovers.
Okay.
I put some of the leftovers in a Tupperware container.
On the top of container.
Yeah. Listen again.
The leftovers in a Tupperware container.
In a tub whipper container. Tub
Yeah.
whipper.
In a top.
Top whipper.
Yeah. Top whip container. You
Top
know?
whip container.
Yes.
Okay.
You know, it's like for me, like when I eat, I don't like to have any leftovers. You know, but some people, when they have any leftovers, they decide to keep them, not to throw them in the trash.
Yes.
Yeah, are you that kind of people who, when you have some leftovers from your
Depending. Yes. Yes. It's depending. Sometimes I leftovers and sometimes we don't use it.
Yeah, it
And
depends.
sometimes make sure that I can give to someone else
Yeah,
if they clean. Yani if the food clean and in a good condition,
yeah,
I will give it to someone else.
yeah. So if the food is in good condition, you might give it to someone else.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay, that's nice. So he said here, first I put some of the leftovers in the Tupperware container. What's the
Yes.
Tupperware container? You know?
Tupperware, it's like a package, a bag.
Yeah, like a pack where you can store the food
Yes.
or you can add the food.
Yes.
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 So he put some of the leftovers in the Tupperware container. Yes.
Yes.
Why he does this?
And some in plastic wrap.
And some in plastic wrap.
Yeah, and some in plastic wrap. Yes. Okay. Let's continue.
And the rest in aluminum foil.
And the rest in the aluminum foil.
Aluminum foil. You know aluminum? It's the word we know
Yes.
that. Yeah. Aluminum foil. Yeah.
Then I dry the pans.
Then I dry the beans.
Then I dry. You remember when he said I dry the dishes after she cleans them or she does them?
Yes.
Yeah, he's
Yes.
talking now about the pans. I dry the pans. I dry the pans because
Pans.
she also cleans the pans, right?
Yes, I
Yeah.
got it.
plates, glasses, and silverware.
Pens, glasses, and superware.
Yeah. He said the pans, glasses, okay. And he also talked about plates. And the rest is silverware.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you know the meaning of silverware?
No.
You know, it's like the place where you add the fork, the spoon, and the knife. This is the silverware, you know. So
Okay,
when
I
you
got
put
it.
these things, when you have these things, you put them in a silverware.
Okay.
Yeah. So he said here, I dry pans, glasses, plates, and silverware. That means he's talking now about the forks, the spoons, the knives. Understand?
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
I got it.
Okay. So that was the last thing that we have for today's session, Rania. So do you have any
Okay.
question?
No.
If you have any question, you can ask me.
No, I don't.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much, Rania. And see you,
Thank you.
inshallah, on Tuesday.
Okay. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.